Hi, this is Victoria Ballard, naturopath. It's not surprising that most of the successful YouTubers are doctors, professors. This is in the subject of weight loss, diabetes. That's what I have been studying, it's what I've been specializing in. Since 1981, I was a counsellor in 1975, and in 1981, I was a counsellor for some doctors in Harley Street, London, who were testing for allergies and deficiencies, treating illness without pharmaceuticals. And the way they found the allergies was they put people on a diet of lamb, which is a fairly fatty meat. And they only had them on it for 2 weeks, and then they started reintroducing foods to find allergies. So I was doing the counseling. I was also doing the detox, spending many hours in the sauna. And I learned a lot about deficiencies at that time. I started to get more interested in the health angle than the psychology angle, although I remained a counsellor until 2016. But I then, at that time in 1981, started studying naturopathy and osteopathy. Most of my working life was osteopathy, but I did also a lot of allergy testing. In fact, for several months, I specialized in allergy testing. I tested young people with eczema. They responded really well when you found the allergies. So really, I came to weight loss long before I had a weight problem myself. And it really is a health issue. It's metabolic syndrome. And if it's left untreated, it can turn into prediabetes and diabetes. So it's not surprising that most of the successful YouTubers are doctors, professors, consultants, naturopaths like myself, although I think we come at the bottom of the queue. Mindy Peltz, I'm not sure if she's an actual doctor, whether she's done her doctor training. I know she's a chiropractor. I'm quite impressed with her. She specializes in women's problems, menopause, postmenopause, and she is a passionate follower of fasting, as is Jason Fung, who's a nephrologist, a specialist who finds most of the kidney damage is in advanced diabetes, and he states categorically diabetes is reversible. Now, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my experiences of fasting. For a start, it's easier than you think. You can start off with 16 hours a day, 8 hours of eating, and in that 8 hours, it's best if you eat really high nutrition foods. And 16 hours a day is really, it's most of it you're sleeping if you do dinner to breakfast. But the point I'm trying to make here is that weight loss is a health issue. And whether you are vegan, vegetarian, ketovore, ketogenic, carnivore, carnivore is no carbs and very ketogenic. Nevertheless, whatever you are, if you fast, you are replacing damaged cells with rejuvenated cells, and at 15 hours you start to make stem cells. Now, stem cells are being used in the most severe illnesses, and you can get this for free, just fasting. So I actually recommend fasting for 2 to 3 days maximum, certainly in the early days. In the early days, I think you should aim to get, first of all, to 16 hours a day, 18 if you can, and then do 1 day a week without eating. I do 1 meal a day, and I eat nothing just once a week. So that's a 36-hour fast once a week. And that maintains my weight. It doesn't make me lose weight, but we are all completely different. And one doctor who had been following the dietary advice of the medical profession, he was so overweight, and he lost 300 pounds. Took him 18 months of doing 1 meal every other day. There's also the 5-2, where you do 5 days of ordinary eating. I would do low carb or no carb. And 2 days a week you eat under 500 calories. There's also the fasting mimicking diet, where you just eat under 500 calories for 5 days. So there's several ways of going about fasting. You will find a way that suits you, but you really do need to commit to this wonderful, wonderful way of healing your health, so that when you lose the weight, which I have, when you lose the weight, you can actually eat more than you think, because you have actually healed your metabolic syndrome. You've reversed your diabetes, you've reversed your metabolic dysfunction, and you can maintain your weight with a much simpler fasting lifestyle. When I say fasting lifestyle, I just mean intermittent fasting. Now, I'm not going to try and urge vegans and vegetarians to go carnivore, but I want to tell you that an awful lot of them have, because of the benefits of carnivore. That's what the doctors in Harley Street were doing. And a lot of them also have decided to use the GAPS diet. That's the gut and psychology syndrome diet of Natasha McBride. And they have given up their vegan and vegetarian diets, either permanently or until all their health issues are handled, and they can then go back to the diet of their choice. So this is possible. It's cure. You know, it's not just, oh my God, I've got to suffer, I've got to diet for the rest of my life. No, it's not. You can cure metabolic disorders. And also other symptoms like joint pain from inflammation, mental health problems, that's also inflammation. The brain suffers inflammation, and gut and psychology syndrome is a wonderful example of how you can cure autism, schizophrenia, all with diet. That's not my speciality, GAPS. Mine is fasting and carnivore. But stick with it. It's getting a bit windy, it's getting a bit noisy. I'm going to end this video, but do subscribe. Do leave me a comment. I'm offering free email consultations and elimination diets, but I don't know how long I'll be able to do it for free. So just get in touch, and nice talking to you.